for today's video, I wanted to do my everyday makeup look tutorial. I have a lot of you guys asking me in my vlogs what I sort of wear every day, but I didn't want to just do my makeup because it's a bit boring for me. I love like the chit chat, get ready with me kind of thing. I kind of reached out to you guys and said like, is there anything you want to know, want to talk about, want my thoughts on, things like that. So we're just gonna kind of have like a little bit of a hangout, do my makeup and chat a lot. Let's hop right into it, shall we? I have zoomed you guys in. I usually put up all of the front of my hair just while I do my base because I'm messy. Primer. I have been using this. This is the Glossier Priming Moisturizer. I've gone through 2 tubes of it, so for that long. But that to me is like a solid year on and off because I was using it, used something else, using this again. I just love it. I just truly love it. If you have dry skin, you should give this a try. It's one of those hydrating primers that you can actually feel sinking into your skin and not sitting on top. I let this sit. I want this to sit and get tacky. I don't want to put my foundation on right away, so I try to do a couple other things while I just like let this sit for a little bit. Something else that needs time to sit and dry is I started using Revitalash again. If you guys don't remember, I did a video on Revitalash, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I was actually watching some of my old vlogs and I thought, wow, my eyelashes were so long. So we're doing Revitalash again. The thing is, you can wear makeup when you have this, but you have to let it completely dry before you put any makeup over it. The foundation that I'm currently wearing, the Benefit Hello Happy foundation, so it says this is a light to medium coverage. I'm really a 2, but I want to be a 3, I think. So I just mix. Trust me, like I want a self tan, but it's so hard. So for foundation, I use a beauty blender. I find that I'm actually going through beauty blenders very quickly because I started washing my beauty blender every single day, like before I use it. I just found that my foundation goes on so much nicer with a clean, damp beauty blender. Like I see people just damp it. No, like I fully do a full clean. And like if I don't do that, my foundation doesn't go on as good. And I focus it pretty much where my skin's like the reddest. Like I don't really need too much coverage in this area. So this is from Holly. And it says, does climate change deter you from wanting kids? If you've been watching my channel for a while, you sort of know that I want kids, but like I'm really scared to have kids. I don't want to birth children. And I guess mostly because it's scary. I like love my nieces and nephews and stuff, but I do much better with like older kids. So, but I don't know, like I do picture myself, like, as I've said in videos before, like having a big family and, you know, having a cottage and having Christmases and stuff, but I just don't know. I don't see that in the next 10 years for me, and if not in the next 10 years, like, I'm unsure that it's going to happen. Does climate change deter me? 100%, but because I already kind of wasn't really planning on it, I guess I haven't really put much thought into that. I want to think what's been going on that you guys don't really know about. My dad actually, he fell off the roof of, I don't know, a car, a van. I'm not sure which it was. I assume a van because it was tall. Anyways, yeah, so my dad's been in the hospital for a week. He broke his pelvis and 2 ribs. So I have been going to hospital every single day. He seems in good spirits right now, but he's probably going to be in the hospital for a couple of weeks. Dad, if you're watching this, I don't know if you would be because it's a makeup video, but he's stubborn. So I feel like if he were at home, he'd be doing things that like he shouldn't be doing. So maybe it's good that he is in the hospital and he can't go and, you know, work on a car or something. Because yeah, sometimes I feel like he doesn't know how to sit still. I really just sort of love the Tarte Shape Tape. So I have light neutral and fair neutral. These are the neutral shades, but look at the range. Like I'm pretty sure I'm in between these right now. So I just mix them. It's Tarte, we all know the tea about their shade range. So speaking of tea, as those on the interwebs call it, someone had a good question. Are there any brands that you've given up? And what brands do you trust fully? In terms of brands, like I've only really had a terrible experience with one brand. Unfortunately, it was kind of like over money, but I actually, well, let me just tell you. So I've told this in a vlog before, so some of you guys might actually know it. Zala hair extensions, and I'm not afraid to say their name because that's kind of how scummy I think they are. They basically had an affiliate program, and I thought, well, that's really great, because at the time I was, you know, hair extensions, a lot of hair extensions in my life. So I brought them in a ton of money, a ton of customers. I went to them one day and I said that I hadn't gotten the commission yet, but online it was saying that I had. Now, normally I'd get paid that through PayPal. Just setting, by the way, my under eyes. I just use this Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder. This is in Champagne 3. I honestly, I'm not picky about my powders. I'll use whatever. So yeah, like my PayPal account had said, you know, you haven't been paid. There was no payment from them come through. Months would go by, I'd hear nothing. Then I'd send another double email and you know, they would say, oh, yeah, so-and-so is looking into it, we'll get back to you. At this point, like, more payments are coming through and saying that they've gone through. And even thinking back now, it really isn't about the money. Like, I will live without the money. By the way, I'm setting my eyelids as well. But it was just that the fact that they kept telling me that I was wrong. And an influencer had actually commented and said that the same thing had happened to them. You know, and when you're working hard to promote their brand, and you know, they were so sassy to me in my emails. It was just really unpleasant, and I'm like, this is not worth my time. But yeah, so that's sort of like the only brand I've really had like a bad experience with. And I just wondered, like, if that's their customer service to me, someone that like they're trying to work with and have a relationship with, and like what's like, how are they treating other people? I don't know. That just was, I was like, you know what, I would rather promote a brand with like genuinely kind people behind it. I'm gonna go in bronze now. This is my old Becca bronzer. I'm not gonna use it for this video because it's gonna take me forever, but I have a brand new fresh Becca bronzer. This is Capri Coast by Becca, brand new. Oh, so beautiful. So I'm gonna use that. I mean, other brands, like, I guess I don't really use Lime Crime anymore. We all know the story behind that. I wasn't one of those people that like threw out all their Lime Crime stuff when that happened. I kept all my Lime Crime. I don't believe in just wasting something. I don't buy or support Jeffree Star. Everybody's entitled to, you know, gather their own information and feel how they want about it. But that was just one of the like, I can't see the redemption there kind of thing. So I just don't, like I said, people are entitled to their own opinions. Like, I would still buy Jaclyn Hill's stuff. Like, I've made my opinion about her and everything that's happened. And like, I would still support her, where I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that maybe wouldn't. How do you make a living other than YouTube? Or is that it? If that's it, are you able to live comfortably? I'm going in with this smaller brush, and I'm just taking a little bit of that bronzer and throwing it in my contour. YouTube income is inconsistent. When I say inconsistent, so like you could have, you know, 1 month you could have this amount of jobs, 1 month you could have this amount of views. I'm going in with the blush now. Oh, I love this blush. I've been using this for forever. Like, do you guys remember when I went to Iceland? Around that time, I've been using that since then. This is their Bare Peach blush, has bamboo in it, and it's just like the perfect shade. Back to what I was saying. I'm hoping that right now that I'm on this more consistent wavelength. I was so stressed for the last little while over it, and this feels good. Maybe it's because I have like my whole like lighting setup and everything back. I don't know. When you're inconsistent, that's the thing, your income becomes inconsistent. I am living comfortably now, and I think a lot of that has to do with, by the way, I'm just baking my contour, so I'm just cleaning it up just with my beauty blender, taking a little bit of the powder that we used on our face, going from the top of my ear to the corner of my mouth. So yeah, like, past Tasha was good, and she saved a lot of money. And you know, so if you see your favorite YouTuber and you're like, oh my god, they haven't posted in 2 months, and how are they affording to go and buy this Gucci bag or something, you have to understand too that like, we usually get paid for jobs that we did forever ago now. So like, jobs that I did forever ago, I'm now getting paid for, because you have like payment terms. So yeah, there are times where like, even though I might not be posting, I'm still comfortable. I think the key to a job where you are self-employed and you're kind of your own boss is you have to expect the unexpected, and you have to put money away, and you always have to be ahead on bills and all of that kind of stuff. So being self-employed is a lot of, okay, well, I have this job, or I don't have this amount of jobs this month, so what do I need to put away this month in my savings? And it's a lot of that kind of stuff. This one from Sydney, it just says boyfriend. Oh, if you guys didn't watch my vlog, I dropped the B word on you nonchalantly. I don't know. I felt like, why not? I actually have a fresh Gimme Brow right now. Oh my god. Do you guys use Gimme Brow? You know there's like literally nothing better than a fresh Gimme Brow. This is in shade number 3. So yeah, boyfriend. Oh my god, am I gonna talk about this? Guess I can always cut this out if I don't like what I say, can't I? I don't feel super comfortable talking about it yet, I'll be honest. For those wondering, because I know you guys are probably doing the math, I broke up with my last boyfriend last year in December, so it's been about a year. Yeah, it's been an interesting year. Talked about that a little bit in the life sort of update video that I did not too long ago. I'm not gonna tell you his name, not yet. Maybe soon. I think about like, do I want to put him in any videos? And like, you know, it's hard. No matter what you do, someone's gonna say something negative. Someone's already, they think it's too soon. It's just crazy. You have no idea what I've been through. You have no idea the people I've dated. You have no idea the way people have treated me. You have no idea how ready I am or how not ready. You don't know. You don't know. So I love that. I love when people think that, oh my god, that person moved on too fast, or it's crazy. I don't want to say which YouTuber I watched, but I did watch a YouTuber video and they had gotten a new boyfriend and I had read the comments and I was just like, oh my god, this poor girl. Like, she is reading this crap that people are saying. And we don't even know what happened in her past relationship. He's very sweet. We are a very good match. We love a lot of the same things, which that's not common for me to have like a ton of stuff in common with a guy, I guess. Just brushing off the bake. So yeah, I don't know, it's really nice. I'm very happy. It feels a lot different from relationships I've had in the past. I feel like I was very like, I relied on people I was dating a lot and stuff, and it doesn't feel like that. So yeah, it feels nice. He's actually on tour right now, so I will see him, what's today? He actually has an off day, so I will see him on Saturday, and then we're actually going to California together, or I'm gonna meet up with him in California because that's where the tour ends, and then we're gonna have a little trip together before Christmas, which is gonna be so nice. So do you see how we've sort of like glowed up the face? So Leah would be Leah probably. She said she wants to know about how I do my eyebrows. So you've basically seen I throw a Gimme Brow in them. I didn't show you this, but this, sorry, is the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit. It's just a clear brow gel, and once I've done that, I actually will go in with, this is by Stila, it's the Stay All Day Waterproof Brow Color. I just go in and I just like mimic brow strokes. I just sort of go in anywhere where it's a bit sparse. This side of my brow, it doesn't stand up nearly as much as this one does. It actually goes over more. I just brow gel it the other way to help it stay up a little bit. So I actually draw some straight hairs in the front of that eyebrow. You can see now sort of like sticks up a lot more. Leah also said properly applying blush and bronzer. Oh god. Don't take my bronzer advice because I literally like throw it everywhere. I don't know. This highlight is by Pixi. It's the Glowy Duo Subtle Sunrise. Sorry that it's a mess because I have this habit where every time I pick up product, I have to tap it on something, and I tap in both and then I tap on the top of it because I'm crazy. And then just sort of apples to my cheeks. This one's not like crazy. You see how it's pretty soft? It's not crazy intense, and I like that for an everyday look. Some of that on my cupid's bow, down my nose, and a little on my temples. My lips are so dry right now. This lip balm, love this. This is by Sunbum. It is in the scent, I guess, banana. An SPF of 30 in it. It's got aloe vera in it, vitamin E in it. This is so nice on your lips. Like, makes your lips look cute too. It sounds like those banana candies. Y'all are gonna be like, Tasha, please just buy a different eyeshadow palette. And I'm like, no. How many Christmases in a row have I had this? I work with these two shades every single day, and then when I want to deepen it up, I add a little bit of this. If I made a palette, it would be this. It's a Tartelette Flirt palette. So I just start off by going in with this skin color shade. It's called Gaze. How is Oaks doing? You guys are so sweet. Like, thank you for asking that. I really, really appreciate that. If you have no idea what AJ is talking about, Oaks had a really, really terrible skin infection recently, and I've spent a lot of money on him. Too much money to not have any answers, basically. I had like all these open sores and wounds and scabs all over him. By the way, I'm going in with Playful. It's this shade right here. They thought that he had this infection. Put him on meds for it. The infection didn't go away. They did a series of testing to figure out the exact bacteria strain. Basically, it's called a culture. So they grow the bacteria in a lab, figure out what will kill it. It turns out that he has a resistant, or he's resistant to a certain sort of medication, which is what we were giving him to kill off this bacteria. We ended up killing that bacteria, which was great, but because of everything that had happened, he ended up going on steroids for a little bit, which, oh my God, he peed all over my house. It was horrible. It was not like a way to live. We took him off steroids. Then his like ears overproduced this yeast, and then he had these like massive yeast infection in his ears. I'm gonna go in with Snuggle, which is right here, and just a little bit of that, just in the outer V. Then we put him back on this allergy medication, which is like so expensive. I think for like 2 months, it's like $200. We actually had like a good 2 weeks there where he was pretty good. We thought, well, he might just be a bath dog. We were just thinking that because his skin is overproducing, that he might just be a bath dog because you need to help him rid of that bacteria. Anyways, I took him to the groomer, and yeah, like since the bath and since like he's cured of all his woes, it seemed for the last 2 weeks he was doing really good. Then I noticed literally days ago was like really thirsty, and then I noticed he was like peeing a lot, like very similar to how he was when he was on steroids. Had his pee checked, basically are thinking that he has a bladder infection, so he's on medication for that right now. The poor dog, always on medication. Sort of nice to vent about that, if I'm honest. Maybelline Snapscara is the only thing that does not transfer into this corner and get all gross and yucky. My eyelashes are at this really awkward stage right now because when you start Revitalash, it sort of weirdly grows some of your eyelashes before all of them. Some of your eyelashes look like they are broken, but it's just because they are short, and other ones are growing, but then it all evens out and they get beautiful. So yeah, I don't love my eyelashes at the current moment. This next question asks how I feel about marriage after calling off my engagement. I don't know if you know, but I love marriage. Like, I love weddings. That's what I mean. I love weddings, and I love when people you love get married and are happy. I still want to get married, and it's just like, you know what, that wasn't the right person. You know, it sucked that I found out a little bit later than I would have liked to, but it's, you know, it is what it is, and I hope that experience is not tainted for him, because I think marriage is wonderful if you can find the right person to be married to. I think a lot of people just get married for the sake of getting married, and I mean, we can see it very clearly. People who you know, are married but they like don't even like each other, or they're married but they, you know, they treat each other poorly, and then you see people who you're like, oh yeah, that they found the right one. And I suppose maybe that's why I called it off, because I really wasn't sure anymore that was the right person. So by the way, I'm just putting some eyelash glue. So guys, when I put my lashes on, I go in with tweezers. This is sort of dangerous, but I squeeze my lash together with the fake lash. So normally I will just sort of like go in with this eyebrow pencil from Benefit. This is the Precisely My Brow, and I will just kind of go in where I have the freckles. Your warm fingers, you're gonna take and you're gonna press the freckles into the skin. Okay, so this question says, are you friends with your ex? No, I don't know, like, it's not that we're not friends. Like, I'm sure that if I messaged him and said, hey, do you want to go to this together, that he would say yes. And yes, but it's not like I'm doing that just because it's awkward. It's weird. No, it's not weird, it's just awkward. I don't know, like I have nothing negative to say. I don't know. I know, it's a weird, hard question to answer. So one of my favorite things ever, which I literally feel like saves my makeup every single time, is the MAC Fix Plus. It can take your cakey ass face and make it look glowy, dewy, perfect. The only thing I would say is I put up my bangs because it tends to make my bangs greasy when it gets in my bangs. So I always go like this. Whew, look at, oh. So then I'm just gonna take this. This is just my eyelashes. And I am drying my face. Last thing I think is lips. This is by Lancome. It's called number 232 Mademoiselle Plays. It's like your lips but better, but juicier but glossier. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I had so much fun just sort of like sitting down and making like an old school chit chat video. I don't know, I just feel really refreshed right now. I hope that you learned something new. I hope you like the makeup look, and I hope this helps answer the questions for those of you who keep asking in my vlogs. Is this dog hair? Come on. It is literally always this look, always, all the time. I rarely switch this up. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.